Live from the WJAY studios in Oviedo, Florida, it's season 2 of Wipe Those Tears. With the Tier Masters, Brandon Bogard, Mark Leota, Johnny Pizzi, Scott McVeigh, and Andrew Hucking. Your host and moderator is Jason DeCanio. All right, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all of you. And welcome to this edition of Wipe Those Tears. This is episode number 41, December 18th, 2024, the final show of the year, and going into our 2-week break. So as you can see, we're all decked out in some sort of Christmas boutique, as they say. I've got my hat with the red. Andrew Hawkins got his shirt. Andrew, you can pull your camera down a little bit so we can see your shirt. Or there you go. There you go. We got Mark Leota there too. We've got
and of course James says happy holidays to everyone. Thank you, James.
Oh yeah, there's James. And James, we missed you last week. Yeah.
Yay.
Thought maybe you were just coming just for the NES games, but I'm glad we have you here for the the non-NES game show, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
Have Scott in a beautiful sweater there. That is nice.
Yeah. It's my Mario themed one, but it's really nice here.
Hey, there we go.
The tree is basically the pipe maze, so there you go.
There you go. Hey, that's something you should wear for the Christmas show for Saturdays, Actually,
I will plan to do that, so there you go.
Okay. Yep. In the meantime, like I say, this will be our last show as far as StreamYard is concerned. We're going to be using EV Mux when we come back on January 8th. So that means, you guys, before we come back for that first week, we're going to have a meeting to practice with EV Mux, get it all working there. Well, we'll be practicing before that, too. We worked on some things, but we'll guide you through. We will guide you along.
Yeah.
But that's going to be our new streaming software in next season. So you will join us there.
Well, let's see. There is 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, there's one missing, and that is Mr. Brandon Bogard, who's not here tonight because he has lost his voice, of course.
Yeah. We do wish him well, though, and of course, a Merry Christmas to him. And actually, that brings up something that I actually meant to bring up before the show. I didn't really have a lot of time. So this was around the end of October, much of November. Those shows we did during that time period where I was coughing a fair bit. You guys remember that? It was called whooping cough.
A whooping cough, yeah.
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah, so that lasted about 5 weeks, and as you can probably imagine, like by the 4th or 5th week of that, I was getting more than annoyed.
There's Emo. He's watching, though.
Yay!
But at least it finally went away, so that's all good.
Yeah.
That's good. And of course, Brandon Bogard, if you're watching, Brandon Bogard, if you're watching, feel better, buddy. Feel better. I hope you'll be better before January 8th.
What tier would you put Gummy Dora in? He's an animator on YouTube. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah,
huh.
That's a good question.
Maybe we'd have to make a customized a tier for that one there, Piney. I mean, since he's an animator on YouTube, you know there would have to be a custom list.
True.
Something you might want to put together and suggest it to us, or maybe get the pictures. We gladly accept any kind of ones without copyright infringement. You know, we don't want to just take pictures. Now, the ones that are already set up, well, these are already, these have already been used. So it's not like our show's copyrighted anyways, man. We've got so many copyright claims. It's crazy. What did he say back? Oh, I'll feel better. You will. Take 2 weeks off, man. You'll be working good over there at Publix for the holidays. In the meantime, guys, sit back, relax. There's going to be no questions tonight. No hard-ass questions.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. After last week, I've been stumped on those few hard-ass questions.
Yeah.
So,
you weren't the only one, Andrew. Believe me.
You get your eggnog because we're gonna be sipping eggnog while we look at an interesting new tier tonight. Now, last week at the game show themselves, we didn't finish all of them, so they are saved. Tonight, we're going to be looking at the game show hosts, and I'm going to
all right.
So let me go ahead and explain the rules of Wipe Those Tears once again. Here we go.
The rules, please. The rules, please.
Yes. Okay. Tonight, we're going to be looking. This is our final show of 2024. We're going to be looking at game show hosts. You're going to see their picture, match it up with the game show. You'll rate it from 50 to 100, just like we normally do. Andrew will give you 2 minutes this time. All right? We got commentary on it, and we will decide where that show or that host is going to reign on the tier maker. All right? Good luck to all of you. Wish you all a Merry Christmas. So let's go ahead and get ready to open up the board for game show hosts. Oh, boy. I tell you. I didn't do it. That was the show open I had.
Yeah.
All right.
There we go. There's the sound we've been waiting for.
Yes. All right. So our first of the game show hosts tonight is the man who hosts the Legends of the Hidden Temple. That would be Jeff. What was his name? Jeff Probst, right?
No,
that's Kurt Fogg.
Kurt Fogg. Jeff Probst, though, is Survivor.
Because I remember one of the questions on another server about on the split second one. It was one of the 3 Nickelodeon hosts question, of course.
Yep. So as you can tell, Legends of the Hidden Temple, great game on the Nickelodeon, and of course. One of those game shows that you can basically play along with everybody. And they even made a movie in 2016. So
yes,
I actually finally watched it, and I did, and 8 years later, they just kind of like previewed it. I heard it got some great reviews. So, all right. So here's what we're going to do. We'll start off with Andrew Hocking this time.
Oh. So he did a great job on that show, the Legends of the Hidden Temple, of course, on Nickelodeon, of course. But he needs a little more work on that one. So for this one, I will give this a 93.
Still a 93. That's a Taco Bell. 93. Very good. Okay, Mark Leota, Kurt Fogg from Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Right. Well, okay. Well, I don't think I ever saw Legends of the Hidden Temple, mainly because both versions of it were on 2 networks. Were on networks that I don't think we get up here in Canada. The first one, the 90s one, was on Nickelodeon, of course, and then the CW had the other version. And unfortunately, none of those networks, as far as I'm aware, are available up here in Canada. So I had no way of being able to watch those.
Go to YouTube.
But,
James says give it a 56.
But what I do understand, Legends of the Hidden Temple is one of the is a classic. So let's go 91.
91, Taco Bell. Okay, we got 2 A's so far, and now we go to Scott McVeigh with Kirk Fogg.
Okay, Kirk was a good host, but I'm sad to say this that I do not remember any other shows if he ever did any other shows though. But I do say he did a dang good job on this one here. 90.
90. All right, another A with another Taco Bell. Whew. That's 3 A's, and now Gianni, welcome back, my friend. Turn your mic on.
You're muted.
Is he? Wait a minute. Hold on. There he is. You hear?
I think it's headset. I think it's headset. That's why.
I think it's
headset. Could be, yeah.
Okay, he's coming back. Hold on. Give him 1 second, guys. Little technical difficulty there.
Oh,
I like it. I like its headset with that light up blue neon light. It's cool.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't register. I didn't mute him or anything. I didn't touch his
No,
mic.
no.
Need to manually, but no, I didn't touch him the whole time that we was that we came on with the intro. Sometimes when the intro comes on, it mutes us all, and then sometimes it doesn't unmute all of us.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. So, in the meantime, I'll go ahead and give you my my rendition of Kirk Fogg here. Great show. I loved it. Although I thought the Temple Guards were a little bit harsh on the kids sometimes, or they got scared out of their wits, and I thought maybe somewhere along the line, you know, they would have had. There's that, Gianni. Hey, buddy, you back?
10
to 1.
Okay.
Oh,
See, now I can hear you guys.
Oh yeah,
I can hear you.
I can hear you now.
Now I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So I'm gonna give Kirk, because he did a great job as a host. I thought he was just a little bit too loud on sometimes, a little overexcited. I'm gonna give him an 86. An 86. I'm gonna give him a high B, you know? He's still good for a high B. You know.
is he still in the backstage, Johnny?
No, he's got to reboot. Oh my. Oh boy. So we're oh, here he comes now. Okay.
I hear you guys.
Hey,
There we go. There we go.
All right, Johnny.
All right.
Yay. Now I gave my score.
Right.
We were waiting for you to get back. So your take on Kirk Fogg as a Legends host.
Yeah. I'm going to talk a bit about the show, too, because I was not here last week when we did the shows because I had to work. But
No problem. Yeah, we welcome you back, and glad everything was taken care of last week. And so we're looking at game show host and Kirk Fogg.
Kirk Fogg, yeah, I've heard of this one. I don't think he hosted any other shows. I do know before he started Legends of the Hidden Temple, he was a contestant on Body Language.
Oh, yes, with Tom Kennedy, yes.
Yep. That episode is up, and I think it is on YouTube, but he was, I think, a great host. I don't know if I'd say he was my favorite of the Nickelodeon hosts, but I think he did very good. So to that. I mean, the show was, of course, great, too. I mean, I wasn't really, I know a lot of those 90s shows. I wasn't alive until early 2000s, but I still do know about these shows, and if they were around during my time, if I was born around then, I would have definitely wanted to be on them or watch them all the time. But for this one, for Kirk Fogg, I'm going to give it a 90.
Oh, a double up. We got a 90. We got 2 90s. All right. Another Taco Bell there. Okay. We'll do that. Yeah, Johnny, I gave him an 86 because I thought he was not great for an A, but a high B for me. So. Okay. So we've got our scores. Let's go ahead and average them out. We divided by 5. Here we go. How about a first A for the night there? 90, right on the nose. Look at
Yay.
The Tim Nationals have started this show off in a real positive way. A big 90. Good job. All right. Next up is Wayne Brady. Let's make a deal. Yes.
There you go.
and Whose Line Is It Anyway as well, too. He was one of the panel members there. This time we start with Mark Liotta.
Okay. I don't think. Actually, I think I have seen a little bit of this version of Let's Make a Deal.
Mhm.
I mean, now granted, Wayne Brady's no Monty Hall or anything, but he's still very solid.
That's true.
Yeah, and plus this version's, from what I've seen of it, it's a lot better than the one they had in the early 2000s that was on NBC. I think NBC was supposed to air like 5 episodes of that, and then
there was a Canadian version of Let's Make a Deal.
Bad ratings.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So for Wayne Brady here, I think we will give him an 88.
An 88. Okay, a high B. Very respectable. Good job. Scott, what about Wayne Brady?
He's really good, though. I like this guy. A little fun fact. He was the winner of Masked Singer Season 2 as the Fox.
Yes.
Yeah. Plus, he did have his own talk show for a while, though.
Yes, he did.
So there you go. Mhm. And I will say, I watched this version of Let's Make a Deal. It's currently on 16th season with Wayne. Can you figure that? Isn't that amazing?
That's
And
amazing.
Yeah.
Co-host Jonathan Magnum. They're epic at improv and everything like that. He is a solid 100.
Oh, he got it. There it is. We got a perfect 100 there. Nicely done. Okay, Johnny, what about Wayne Brady?
I gotta tell you, I do like him. I knew about him on Let's Make a Deal before I even knew about the Monty Hall version. Although I was like 8 years old when that was a thing. Because I was very young, but I knew him about him before then. He was on, so he did a thing on Sesame Street. I remember about Between. That's how I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Did that. I know he was in Hamilton at one point.
Yep. Kiggy Boots also.
And James says, and he's one of 5 who host the NFL pregame show. Oh, okay.
I did not know Wayne Brady did. I know some of them. We have a couple football players, former NFL players on this list, but
yeah,
I did not know about him or hosted the pregame show. But I'm gonna give him. I like him on Let's Make a Deal. I mean, he's still doing it. He was on that Drew Carey and Propaganda. Whose Line? Give him 93.
93. Okay. Okay. Nicely done. Andrew, what about Wayne Brady?
All right, Wayne Brady. He's the best host on Let's Make a Deal, and he still keeps on going. And before that, he was on Anyway. It's one of my favorite shows, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Very funny guy. Like, you know what? I also give 100 as well.
Oh, there you go.
Double up.
And we have The Price is Right thingies, another 100 there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. There we go. Nicely done there, Andrew. Okay. My take on Wayne Brady, I love him more on Whose Line because he could just improv till the cows come home. I mean, he just literally, when he gets up there, you know something is going down with whatever they throw at him, whether it was Drew Carey or the new host, the female host that is currently the
Aisha Tyler.
I mean,
yes.
Show Whose Line was Wayne Brady's show, and then giving him to Let's Make a Deal. You know, he just took whatever he took from Whose Line and just went with it. Same thing with Drew Carey when he was hosting Whose Line. He took it all to The Price is Right. These guys take their talent from show to show, and that's what makes them so great in the modern era of today. With this, Wayne Brady gets a 98. Not a perfect 100 because, you know, Monty Hall is still the king of Let's Make a Deal.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Very true. Very true.
Like you said, you cannot take Monty Hall's Let's Make a Deal away from him. He will go down. That legacy is his from the end. It's just.
I mean, even before Monty Hall's death, a few years before, he was on that version too with Wayne Brady.
Yeah, he did a week's worth of shows.
Actually, he was the creative consultant for the new version of it while he was still alive.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it just goes to show you that the modern era that he hosted today, yes. All right, let's see what we have for an average, guys. Here we go. Wow. How about 2 in a row? 95.8.
Nice.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. You love your hosts, don't you? So much.
Yeah.
All right, next up is the man who hosts Family Feud today, Steve Harvey. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
All right. Now we go to Scott McVeigh with his take on Steve Harvey's hosting Family Feud.
Okay, Steve is really good at doing his job here. He's made the show his own here. And you got to admit, other than the original host of Richard Dawson, he is the longest running host of Family Feud so far. This guy is really good, though. Of course, I still remember that one time when he was at a Miss Universe pageant and he flubbed the winner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But he's still good. He gets a 90 again.
He gets a 90? All right.
Yeah.
That's a Taco Bell. There we go. 90 for Scott. Okay. Gianni, Steve Harvey.
I gotta tell you, I'm not really a big fan of him, especially that he's been hosting Family Feud for this long. I thought he would stop after 4 years because there was a pattern at that point where every 4 years we get a new host.
Right.
Remember
but in this case, we didn't.
So, yeah. We got Richard Karn for 4 years, John O'Hurley for 4 years, and I thought we were going to get him for 4 years, but that didn't happen.
Nope.
And I'm not a big fan. I mean, I like how he made the show his own, but I don't like how GSN was trying to target him for a while, and now I feel like he's started to become the face of Family Feud. And I mean, I feel like no one's ever going to replace Richard Dawson, although he's become really popular right now as the host. And I'm gonna give him 77.
77. Okay. That's a difference of opinion. But again, that's why they're the tier masters, folks, because they can vote any way they want. But I do have to disagree with you on it, Gianni. The public has spoken. They love Steve Harvey.
I know they do.
That's why they've been pretty much got him in there for almost what? We came in 2010.
All 2010s. This is his
2010.
This is his 14th year.
That's right.
Wow. So there you go. All right, Andrew, you're up with Steve Harvey.
Well, Steve Harvey's one of the best comedians of all time. And before he was hosted Family Feud, he has his own show in the 90s called The Steve Harvey Show.
Yeah, plus he has his own
as a teacher, of course. And then he has his own talk show before he did hosting game show. Of course, he has his own talk show before that. But Steve Harvey did a great job, and I hate it every time. Every time he's hosting these question cards, he always throws it all the time. He always does that. He always does. He throws his game cards on the question card on the board. So I'm gonna give it 97.
Oh, 97. All right. There you go. Taco Bell. Okay, Mark Leota, you are up with Steve Harvey.
Yeah. So, he is actually not Canadian, I don't think, according to what I looked up.
No.
I don't know why. I thought I heard Andrew say that Steve Harvey was Canadian. I don't know.
I didn't. No, I didn't.
I'd have to do the replay on it.
I thought you did, but in any case, yeah, hard to believe he's been hosting this is his 15th year of hosting the feud. I mean, longest running host, like Steffi was saying, and there have definitely been some memorable moments throughout his time, particularly the one in the first season. Well, the first season that he hosted, I should say. Naked Grandma.
Oh, there were a lot of bloopers on that first season. Not just that one.
Yeah.
There was at least one other, which is a little dirty. I'm probably not going to mention on here.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to All right, so I'm gonna give this one. I'm gonna give Steve an 82, and
At 82?
yeah, and really the only thing that's keeping me from grading him higher than that. Now, don't get me wrong, he is a great host. So theoretically, I should be rating him higher than that. There's just one thing that's keeping me from doing that. Is that a lot of the jokes at this point in this run are kind of getting old and repetitive.
Yeah.
And before that, and correction, Mark, and correction.
Median. Okay. Okay.
Well, I didn't.
Okay, I misheard you, Andrew. That was my bad.
Yeah.
Now I just throw my card out. Too.
I'm a hard-nosed comedian.
That was my bad.
Yeah.
All right, Jason. Let's see what you had to say about that one.
But 82. Okay.
I misheard you. It happens.
Yep. Well, you got an 82 from him. He's locked in at 82. Okay. Now, Steve's got a wonderful tenure of his career goes all the way back to almost the late 80s, guys. I mean, he's getting almost 40 years of just doing not just Family Feud, but Showtime at the Apollo, all those charity work that this guy does. And he's a great comedian, and he's really funny. He is like the Richard Pryor of the modern era because he looks like Richard Pryor. When he had the hair he had, looked like Richard Pryor.
And believe it or not, he actually also hosted a South African version of the feud for a little bit.
And he does Celebrity Family Feud as well, too.
That's
so
true,
he's got a whole lineup of things. He's a busy man.
Yeah, basically anything Family Feud these days, Steve Harvey's name is essentially attached to it.
But here's the thing I just do not understand, and I totally disagree with great host. He will not be a Richard Dawson. At least he's not copying Richard Dawson, which is fine. Yeah. But the way I can't give him any higher is his show, his repeats just overtake GSN so much, Game Show Central too much.
Yeah.
At least they're trying to kiss the female contestants.
Well, but I'm saying Steve Harvey's repeats go all the way on Game Show Network for the 24 hours. It should just be called the Steve Harvey Network because it's all you see is Family Feud.
Yeah, it's just about
10 hours out of that 24-hour period, he's on, just like Match Game overtakes Buzzer. Okay, it's just one show dominating all the channels, and I'm sick and tired of that. And I that's why and it's not Steve's fault. It's just the way the way they run their channels. That's not Steve's fault. I'm not
honestly, with the popular, honestly, if I can try to make a comparison here, if I can even talk properly, the way Steve Harvey's been becoming more and more popular with the feud over the years.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Same way.
I got buzzed. All right. Well, because Mark wanted to kind of debate me on the subject here.
well. Anyway, I'll just finish really quickly. With how his popularity's been rising slowly, with each more and more each year. Yeah. Kind of compares me to how popular Elmo kind of got on Sesame Street during the 90s.
Oh yeah. So because I got buzzed out on my score, I'm still going to give him an 89 and call it a day. Yeah. High B for Steve from me. Okay, that's the first time anybody got buzzed, and yours truly, the host, got it. So
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. It's Christmas. Consider it a lump of coal under your stocking tree, there, Mark.
Oh! And Jason, you know who's going to get the lump of coal, and the one right below me.
You little boy up there in Canada. Steve's getting an 87.
Okay.
He goes in the beach here, and that's cool, All right. Normally we have our, our breaks here, but does anybody need to take a break?
No.
All right, but we are going to let Andrew plus statistics for the first minute. So,
what was that, Jason?
What are the timekeeper statistics?
Well, I know I got myself one, of course.
Okay.
That's Merry Christmas to me. That's Merry Christmas to myself, of course.
Wow.
But the other two, I say Merry Christmas to Scott. He got 2.
Mm-hmm.
And now let's continue.
Okay. All right, here we go. Back to the game. Okay, I don't know who this host is, so somebody come up with this one here.
It's Phil Krogan. Phil Krogan.
No,
What
that's
does he
David
host?
Ruprecht.
Oh, David Ruprecht. Okay.
Yeah, David Ruprecht.
No, that's the Amazing Race. That's the Amazing Race.
Oh, you're right. This is Amazing Race. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's the difference. Someone different. I'm completely no.
So it's the fourth one, and hey, where's Johnny? Gianni.
I think he's gone to the little boys' room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll skip
and by the way, it's not David Ruprecht. It's Phil Krogan. I know. I watched The Amazing Race. That's why.
Well, I don't watch reality shows.
Right.
Well, I know. I still do. That's why I still do.
Okay. Well, Andrew, we'll start with you this time because Gianni went to the bathroom. So, what's your take on The Amazing Race, Phil Krogan?
Okay, so The Amazing Race is I've been on for more than 10 seasons, maybe close to 20. So it's like they have two versions. They have the American version, and of course, and Mark will agree on that, we have a Canadian version too as well.
Mm-hmm.
So for that, I will get this one. I'm going to keep it in the A tier, 96.
96, the Taco Bell. Okay. 96. Okay, Johnny is still out. So, Mark, we'll go to you next with Phil Rogan. Amazing Race.
Okay. Well, oh, wait. I think Gianni is back.
All right, let's get Gianni's score. All right, we'll come back to you, Mark, in just a minute here. Gianni, we're looking at The Amazing Race's Phil Rogan.
Okay, heard of him, but never watched the show.
Yeah. Do some research on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Type it up there with those little fingers of yours, my friend.
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. All right, I got him. Yeah, I don't know too much about him. Anything else he's done besides Amazing Race?
Okay, he's like a one-hit wonder kind of host.
I feel like I've heard the name, never really got into the show.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it's going on for a while. I'm pretty sure he's doing pretty good at it. I'm gonna give him 86.
86. Okay, very respectable B there. We got it. All right, Mark Leone, we go back to you now with Phil Rogan.
Well, I have never seen an episode of The Amazing Race, and as I was saying to Andrew, I've never watched reality shows. But I don't really watch a whole lot of TV in general anymore. Mainly because a lot of things I want to watch either on YouTube or those expensive as hell streaming services.
Yeah.
All right. I will give him a 77.
A 77. Okay. All right. We got it. Good. Whoops.
Wrong button.
Oh, James gives it an 87. All right. Good.
Okay. All right.
That's good.
Scott, what do you say about Phil Rogan?
Well, first of all, he's not on screen that much, though, when you watch the actual show itself, though. Sure,
Right.
He's there to help say, welcome to this pit stop and all that there as well.
Yeah.
So it's like he's there. That's the best thing I can say. I can't really say he's a good host. Good show, but I can't really say he's a good host. 70.
Oh, S and Gray with a 70. All right. Okay. Yeah, right. He's just in the background, kind of just like to present it, and that's about it. They wouldn't even need a real host for The Amazing Race because they could just, he could say it in the background. He could narrate it. We wouldn't have to really see him,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I never watched the program. My aunt still watches the program to this day. Because it falls into that show with Survivor and Big Brother and all those reality shows. And I don't watch any reality TV. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to fail this guy. I don't know what else he's done, like you said. So I'm going to have to give him 65. I give him a D, actually. I was a little more lenient on it, though.
Sure, yeah.
It's Christmas. Give him a break, right? Come on.
Yeah.
the man's going to get coal under his stocking someday. You never know.
Oh, yeah.
Let's average
Let's
it out.
find out the averages. Let's find out what the average is.
Yeah.
Great. Good grief.
I smell a B, maybe.
No, he's actually staying in the C tier, 78.8. Because he went down to a C. Yep. All right. Next up is the ever popular man who retired from Wheel of Fortune just last year, Pat Sajak. Yes. And we go back to the top of the order this time with Andrew Hocking.
So Pat Sajak, great host. He did host Wheel of Fortune for more than 4 decades. And I'll actually correct you on that one, Jason. He retired earlier this year, of course.
Yeah. But
after he finished season 41, of course. After he finished season 41, of course.
Yep.
So he did great. Before that, he was a TV weatherman. Before that,
that's right. You got that.
So for that, I will give this one a perfect 100.
You got it. Perfect 100. There it is. Pat Sajak perfection, as they like to call it. Thank you, Andy.
Yeah.
Mark, Pat Sajak.
Yeah, definitely a great host. And there have definitely been memorable moments during his tenure. You'd probably remember this, Jason, during his last NBC daytime show where he and Vanna were kissing each other at the end.
Last daytime. Last time on the daytime version.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
And of course, let's not forget one of the most infamous bloopers ever from Nighttime Wheel, which was about 10 years after this. A group of pill pushers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Pat starts to walk off the set, Bob Barker style, before coming back and yelling out, "This is Wheel of Fortune, Joe."
Yep. Yes, he did that in New York, of course. He did that in New York.
Yep.
He also tried to talk show host.
There was a Sesame Street Muppet version of him named Pat Playjacks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with Squeal of Fortune. Yeah. All right, so not much to say for Pat himself. 100.
You got it.
Hey, all right.
Up there, you got it.
Yep.
Okay, Scott, are you going to give us a third 100 here?
Well, let's see. Before I make my score, I just want to let you know. You mentioned this there, Jason, just a second ago. He actually did have a late night talk show on CBS.
James that actually mentioned that. Yeah,
James. Yes, he did mention that.
That talk show was actually the reason that he quit hosting the NBC daytime show in the late.
That's right. He was still doing the nighttime wheel, but he was
And that's the reason why in the early 90s they got that football player or something like that to host the show. Exactly.
Apparently wasn't very good.
No, not really. That's the reason why when Sajak's late night show failed, he said, "I'm going to go back to wheel." So that's the reason.
Bob Cohen came in though. So.
Bob Cohen did the show went to CBS daytime.
That's
Didn't
true.
last that long over there, but at least Cohen was a better host than Benershka.
This is true. This is true. But like I said, Sajak is one of the best of all time. So again, I can't give it truly 100, but I'll give you a 99.
A 99. Okay. All right. One fry short of a happy meal for Scott McVay, but that's okay. Johnny, Pat Sajak.
Okay. I think he was, one of the greatest, probably a great host on Wheel of Fortune. Although he probably didn't like doing it as much. And when I heard, I don't know if I'm telling this, Jason, but he was off the air. He was not really much of a nice person, from what I'm hearing.
He kept very quiet from what I saw. I'll tell you a story that happened when it's my turn to come up.
Yeah, I think.
Oh no!
You've told us the story.
We got our first troll of the night here.
Hold on, I'll take care of that.
Why am I wearing a Santa? What the hell? It's Christmas, you idiotic dumb fuck. I look so bad. Well, if you looked yourself in the mirror there, troll, the mirror would crack and you'd have bad luck for the next 75,000 years. Why am I wearing
Oh my God.
And Mr. Andre Hawking, it says.
You can't even spell Andrew's name right. Are you kidding me?
Andre? Oh my God. Well, what is it? Andre, are you French now?
Well, despite this troll's inappropriate comment, the Santa hat looks very good on you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And it's fitting 1 week before Christmas. Christmas Day is next week, folks.
Next Wednesday. And
1 week.
And like we said
Now
before, to all you trolls, you mess with us, you're getting a lump of coal.
Yep. Now let's get back to Gianni and give him a full 2 minutes because we interrupted him.
Yeah. I mean, I still think he was a very good host. I mean, he made a lot of jokes. I mean, he handled a lot of weird situations very well, especially on the show. And I think he was a good host. Though when I started watching, it was like early 2010s, late 2000s. And that's when I think it started to, like, you knew it was probably going to happen soon.
Right.
But I grew up about 13 or 14 years with him while watching the show. Because I started watching regularly in 2010. But I think he was very good. I mean, that was the only big show he hosted. He hosted a pilot called Puzzlers.
You took my away from me. I was going to say that.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
I remember he hosted another pilot of some kind. I don't remember what it was. But I still think he was a very good host. So I'm going to give him 100.
Double up on it. You got it.
And he actually also had a couple of PC games of his own. Lucky
Letters, and Trivia Gems.
That's right. Now, here's a story I want to tell you about. I was at a concert at Epcot some 8 years ago. Was it 8 years ago? 6 years ago. 6 years ago. At an Epcot concert at Disney World, and they were filming Wheel of Fortune, and Pat Sajak was 2 rows behind me. 2 rows behind me. Sitting there watching we were there at the concert. And what happened? Somebody that was sitting next to me went right up to him and started talking to him. Now, I was still working at Universal at the time. So we really can't, we're in that mode where you really can't expose a celebrity. You just can't go up to celebrities and start talking to them. That's kind of just against the rules. Even if you're working or not working, they'll find out some way and get you fired because that's what they all are. It's just a bunch of loud.
Yeah.
But he was sitting 2 rows behind me, so that was incredible. And he was just blending in. Not, he didn't want to be noticed. He's a very quiet kind of person outside of Wheel of Fortune, Oh God, the Mad Masked Man of Mayhem.
What?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Sorry there, fat fucker from Michigan. You've been e-banged more than anybody else in life. So.
That's two trolls that are getting coal.
Let's see. There we go. You have be banged there. We will take that out and ban that deleted user.
Yes.
Mad Masked Man of Mayhem. Oh yeah, I don't go around wearing a V for Vendetta mask there, tough guy in Michigan. All right, so Pat Sajak's getting 100 from me no matter what. So there you have it.
All right.
Yeah. We know where we're going with this. Here we go. Average it out. Oh, yeah. $99.8. Yes, guys. There you have it.
A 0.2 shy of perfect.
Yeah, 0.2. And that's just because Scott gave it a 99, but that's okay. He's for a high A. One of the highest scores in the whole tier. That's okay.
Yeah.
Good job. All right, we are next up. I can't even make this person out. Anybody got it?
Leslie Jones, I believe.
Yes. Yes.
Supermarket Sweep.
Oh,
The
There
new
we
supermarket
the
sweep.
supermarket sweep. Okay. All right,
Yeah.
for the clarification. We start with Mark Leota this time.
I don't think I've heard of this host.
Well, I think Mark Summers was the announcer when she was hosting Double Dare. That's all I remember.
She never hosted Double Dare.
No, she did not. No,
You're
Leslie
thinking
did
of
not.
Liza Koshy.
Yeah, that's what you're thinking. Yeah,
Double Dare Revival.
She did the 2020 version of Supermarket Sweep.
Oh,
that's
I'm sorry.
right.
Supermarket sweep. Okay.
For the Revival of Supermarket Sweep. Okay, I never saw that version, so maybe that's why I haven't heard of her. I'm just gonna have to give her a 69. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Hi.
9. Yeah, David Rupert, of course, we know association with Supermarket Sweep. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Scott, you're up.
Okay, I remembered when Leslie was actually one of the cast members of Saturday Night Live. She was so well liked after she left the show. They gave her this show here as well. And yes, I remember this episode, seeing her in this version. I think she did a pretty good job. Now, some people say not so much, but I think she did good. So I'm going to give her, I'll give her a B, 85.
85. Okay. Got it. All right. Now we go to Gianni.
All right. I've heard of her only because of the Supermarket Sweep that she did. And I've seen a couple episodes of it. I liked it. I mean, it's not nothing like compared to David Rubrak. I prefer that version much better.
Mm-hmm.
But there were some good things. I think some things added to the show. But she was a little too crazy or too loud as a host. And I really wasn't a big fan of her. I'm going to give her 70.
70. Okay. All right. All right, Andrew.
So, Supermarket Sweep by Leslie Jones. I watched it. I love it. And I will give this a 97.
Oh, 97. Andrew. Okay. We got a lot of difference of opinions here for this host. Or hostess, as it is. I associate Supermarket Sweep with David Rupert like all he is. I've never seen her version. So I really don't know anything about this person. This one. Would she be? Was she a good host? I mean, according to what you guys kind of gave mixed emotions, I have to go with a 65 and just buzz her. Yep. 65. Because I really didn't watch the later versions of Supermarket Sweep. By then, I was like, okay, how much more can you tweak it to the point of it just becoming the same show with just higher prices and inflation,
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go ahead and average it out and see what we have here. Where are we going? Here we go. Okay. All right. This hostess stays in the seat here, 77.2. There you go. Right.
Okay.
Next up is Jim Perry. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And now, this time we go to Scott.
I remember Jim Perry. Probably some of the best game shows from the 70s and 80s. We're talking Card Sharks and Sale of the Century. And this guy owned both of them, in my opinion. So there you go. This guy is going to get his mid-90s, a good 90s score, 97.
97? You got it. Taco Bell. 97. Johnny? Jim Perry.
Yeah. I mean, he was definitely a classic. I remember him watching him from the original Card Sharks. Of course, on Sale of the Century. In Canada, he also hosted Definition. I believe he was from Canada.
Yes.
I believe he was from Canada. I'm not sure about that.
No, Definition is right.
Oh, Definition. Yeah, that was him. Yes.
That's in Canada.
But I don't know if he was from Canada.
Knowing about that show once you come up to it. Yeah.
I remember almost 9 years. I remember hearing about his death, but he was from Canton, not far where I'm from.
Yep. Born and raised in Camden, New Jersey. Yep.
Did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
But the American Canadian, I mean, he was big. He hosted Headline Hunters, the other show I hosted, but I feel like he definitely did good on a lot of the shows, especially with Sale of the Century. Like, he was, I think, just trying to get people to buy stuff. Like,
Yeah.
there was this one person in the 80s. She ended up winning the whole thing. Her name was Alice Conkright.
Uh-huh.
She never bought any instant bargain.
Not one instant bargain.
No instant bargains, and she was saving up, hoping that she would hopefully keep winning and win the lot, which she eventually did. But at one point, he was on just begging people to win the prize.
Please.
Or whatever. Yeah, he would be pushing people, and
yep.
I mean, I prefer him on that show. I mean, he was good on Card Sharks, but I do prefer Eubanks. We'll get to that in a bit, but I'm gonna still give him 100.
You got it. 100. There you go. All right, now we come to the two Canadian boys who are going to talk about Jim Perry, starting with Andrew Hocking first.
All right. And I always do it the show and tell.
Yeah, there you go.
Jim Perry, he's one of the best game shows, and I like Perry's version of Card Sharks, of course. Still a century, and like Johnny was absolutely right. He definitely hosted Definition from the mid-70s. He ended like in the 80s, of course.
80s.
So for that, I also get a perfect 100 as well.
There you go. We double it up.
Mm-hmm.
And we give you 100 there. Got it. Okay. Mark. Jim Perry.
Perfect 100.
Whoa! Double up!
Yep. Okay, let me tell you some interesting facts about Jim Perry. First of all, he hosted a pilot called Twisters.
Yes,
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Mm-hmm. And he also did the 90s Cash Tornado.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
It was one of the last shows he did before he...
I do remember that, yeah.
It was based on, basically had all the new prices set from the Doug Davison version.
And even, yeah.
And he did guest appearance on Code Studs. The guest appearance.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
But the best thing I like about Jim Perry is that I follow the Perry family very much on Facebook. I know June. I know Erin. I haven't talked to Sean, but I have had many conversations with June, his wife. Many conversations with Erin Perry. Go see my interviews, you asshole trolls out there. Go see my real good interviews, especially you, Chris Kennedy. Perry, my interviews are a hell of a lot better than yours.
Yeah.
You probably don't even do interviews.
Right. I said it, and that's it. There you go. 100. No other way of looking at it.
Double up.
That's right. Yep. And Qualls gives it an 87. Okay.
Okay. All right.
There.
Done. All right. What's the average amount? Oh, yeah. 99.4. He was only 0.8 less than 99.4. You can't get it any better than that.
Apparently, Brandon Beauregard didn't like Mr. Perry on sale.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, because I mean, you know, he was on sale for six and a quarter years, but we all know him from Card.
No. I think
on Card Sharks.
Yeah.
I like correction, Jason. It was 6.5. It was 6.5.
No, 6 and a quarter.
Yeah.
I watched the finale. I watched the finale. That's why. I watched the finale. That's why.
I did too.
And actually, I believe the finale for sale aired the same day as the Super Password Series finale.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, the same year. The same year.
A couple of months later in May. Yep. So right around the time 89, 90, they were all going off. Yep.
Yeah, that was about the time because that was about the time I think that networks were starting to change focus for their daytime programming.
Exactly. All right. Next up is the master of the Hollywood Squares, Peter Marshall. Woohoo!
Aha.
And we start this time with Gianni.
All right. I mean, he was definitely a great host. Just lost to him a few months ago.
Yep.
And he was still a great host. No one will ever beat him as host of Hollywood Squares. Also, All Star Blitz he hosted.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember one of the last shows, he was a center square. They did a whole, on Tom Bergeron's Hollywood Squares, they did a game show week. And he was the center square for that week. And at one point, he eventually, like, him and Tom switched places, and he ended up hosting again 20 years ago.
They swapped for a day, yep.
It was like in 2003.
And he did a great job, yep.
He did, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, he was, I think, definitely good. I think wrangling all the hosts. I mean, a lot of people kind of talk about Bergeron or Davidson versions, and there was a lot of more episodes of those around. But he was still good, too. I mean, I'm going to give him 97.
97. There you go. Taco Bell. Got it. All right. There we go. All right. Andrew, Peter Marshall.
Peter Marshall, he did a great job hosting the classic Hollywood Squares, All-Star Blitz, but you forgot one show you forgot to mention this. It definitely be Fantasy. With Leslie Uggams, of course.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Indeed. I give it 100 as well.
You got it, 100. There you go. Mark Leota, you're up with Peter Marshall.
Okay. James giving Peter Marshall a perfect 100.
Good for James.
And you know what? I have to agree with him. I'm going to give him a perfect 100. He was definitely a classic.
Yay!
There you go.
Double up!
All right. Scott, Peter Marshall.
Yeah. A fun fact. I bet you didn't know this, but he was also a Broadway actor.
I didn't know that. Yeah. A lot of the hosts were either actors on Broadway or musicians.
Exactly. In fact, here's another fun fact. I think he was also, I'm not sure if this is true, but I think it was supposed to be Charles Nelson Riley could have been the host of Hollywood Squares instead of Peter, but I'm guessing that's something. I might be wrong about that. One thing I can say, however, is he is a funny guy. He actually made Paul Lynde a household name, which is hilarious. I loved it.
Yep.
And 100.
100. You got it. Double up on it.
Yeah, because from what I remember, Paul Lynde was the regular center square on the Peter Marshall Square.
Yeah, that's true.
4 years or so, Bergeron Squares, Whoopi was the center.
Yep.
Yeah, and James says he was born in Huntington, West Virginia.
And by the way, the John Davidson version of Hollywood Squares, it was Joan Rivers was the main center square.
And that's right.
Yeah.
All right, so we got that 100 there, and now for me, I think we got everybody right. Yep.
No, I haven't got yours yet.
No. Right. Peter also hosted a pilot show called. Yep. Which was only on, I think, one time. And that was it.
Yeah.
What was it called?
Yahtzee. It was like
the dice game.
Mm-hmm. But I remember Peter more on All Star Blitz than I did on the Hollywood Squares because I was just a baby when the show was already in its prime by the time I was born. So the Hollywood Squares that I remember was the Davidson version, more or less. But as I look back and I see all of the great celebrities that were on the original Hollywood Squares, you'll never be able to have that again. You will never, ever be able to duplicate that. I mean, those shows are going to go down in history as the funniest of ever. You know?
I almost forgot about something, by the way.
Uh-huh.
Slow it down.
Oh, yeah.
We gave it a high A on that one.
Yeah,
Peter Marshall.
Now,
I think I have that one too somewhere.
Yeah. Now, this, of course, is based off the John Davidson squares.
Right.
That's true.
And then they also made one for the Wii years later based off the Bergeron one.
I remember I had that one too.
But for Peter Marshall, I'm going to give him 100 too as well. Yep, double up on it. Yep. And there you go. I knew I was going to give him 100. I knew it. Here we go.
And now the bird.
He ties Jim Perry, 99.4. Look at that.
Whoa! 99.4.
Yep. Okay, we're now up to the 10 o'clock hour here. So, anybody need to take a break?
Nope.
Not yet.
Right.
And
We'll go to Andrew Hawking for a statistician update.
Okay, we have on a 10 o'clock we have Scott. We got another one for Scott. And myself and Mark, we got 2 apiece. And that is for the time being. Let's get back to the next one, please.
Okay. All right. So far, we're doing pretty good here. Thank you, James, for your great participation so far. I wonder what happened to Piney. Did he leave? I hope he's still. I hope he's taking part in the game show host.
Yeah. By the way, another interesting fact. So the Tom Bergeron squares that they did a video game adaptation for the Wii. I think from what I remember reading once, there was also supposed to be a simultaneous Nintendo DS release for that as well, but that version I don't think ever released.
Oh yeah. Oh, and by the way, Mark, you forgot to mention we have a new version coming up of Hollywood Squares next month.
Oh yeah, a new TV version of Hollywood Squares.
Yeah.
Yeah, it starts on January the 9th. So if you haven't seen it, watch the premiere. You're gonna love it.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Next up, I don't know who this person is. So maybe
I don't either.
Who is this guy?
Joey Fertone. Joey Fertone.
Yeah, I know now. He was on the show Common Knowledge.
He hosted the Common Knowledge. I think originally part of NSYNC.
Okay.
I was just going to say that one. You beat me to it.
All right. Well, let's get back to the top of the order here. We start with Andrew this time. So.
Okay, so I was just going to say he was a former member of NSYNC. Thank you, Johnny. I was just going to say that. So, but anyways, before that, he hosted Common Knowledge. He's an actor who has a movie called My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Don't forget about that.
Okay.
So for that, I will thank you. I'm waiting for that sound. Of course, I'm waiting for that sound. So I'm gonna get this one at 89.
89. Okay. Got it. Mark Leota, Joey Fatone.
Now, I may be wrong on this, but I think he was an announcer for Family Feud.
Yes.
Yes. When Steve Harvey hosted it. That's right.
Yep, that's true. You're right. Yeah, he used to be an announcer for.
And he was a pretty good announcer. So based off that alone, and yes, James, I did just say he was a Family Feud announcer.
Yep.
But that's kind of the only thing that I remember him for. But he did a pretty solid job, so he gets a 93.
A 93, okay.
Ooh, okay.
All right. Scott, Joey Fatone.
He's good. I mean, I can't really say too much, though. It's the Seffy Special 75.
It's the Seffy Special 75.
I've been waiting for Scott to say all of his favorite line is Scott Special. That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
We knew it was going to be used one of those times tonight. The Seffy Special. 75.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Always the best part. Always the best part every week.
Yeah.
Okay, Johnny, you're next.
Okay. Yeah. This is Joey Fatone. I mean, yeah, I think I've said a lot of things. He hosted Common Knowledge. Might host some dance, but I knew him. He was on Dancing with the Stars one of the first years that he was on. I first knew about him from when he hosted, or not hosted, but announced Family Feud.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't really do much else. I mean, I know he's still around doing stuff. I'm gonna give him 77.
77. Okay. Now, here's a question for you, Gianni. If you compared NSYNC to the band Fish, is there any comparison?
I mean, they're considered. They're considered. NSYNC is considered a boy band. I mean, Fish is not, even though they're all like male.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Fish will definitely has a more different following than NSYNC.
Yeah.
I will say that, but I don't know.
Yeah, because I look at Joey Fatone and I'm like, I don't even like.
I don't think he like him now. I think he has a little bit of gray hair. I don't remember when this picture was, but he's a little bit of gray.
Yeah,
I think it looks a lot different than he did in NSYNC.
NSYNC was past my prime or past my time.
90s, yeah.
Yeah, I think NSYNC started like mid-90s. I think it's NSYNC started in the mid-90s.
Yeah, when a lot of those big bands became big.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a 75 and double up with Seffi. Play it safe. Yep, 75. Yep. And the reason being is because I didn't watch this new current show that he's hosting, so.
I don't think it's on in new episodes anymore, but it was on GSM.
Well, see, I didn't even get GSM that much either, so. All right, let's see what he gets for an average here. Okay. Oh, Joey Fatone gets an 81.8. Goes into the B tier. Very good.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, and before and of course, NSYNC was started before one of my favorite boy bands is Backstreet Boys. That's why.
Backstreet Boys. Yep, that's the one that compares really to NSYNC is the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
New Edition. Yeah, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up is this female here, and
Tyra Banks.
Oh, that is her. Yeah.
Okay, so is that the Newlywed Game?
No. America's Next Top Model. America's Next Top Model.
She also did host America's Got Talent for a few years, and
yeah, she
at one point, I don't know if she still is. She hosted Dancing with the Stars.
No, I don't think so.
That's someone else now.
Okay, who we starting with? Mark this time?
Mark this time.
Okay, Mark. Tyra Banks. Right?
Tyra Banks. Yeah, I don't think I've really seen anything that she's been on.
Oh. I have to give Tyra a 69. Okay. Thanks, James.
Pretty much my special, James. Thanks. But that's not going to be my score. I mean, it's a week till Christmas Day. I'm going to be a little nicer than that. She'll get a 73.
73. Okay. James was like, he's not giving her any leeway. He's gonna buzz her. Yep. All right. Mark's got 73. Scott, Tyra Banks.
Well, I don't think I've ever seen her do Top Model. The only thing I've remember seeing was several years ago when she did America's Got Talent. And okay, like I said, but I'm going to have to give it less than I normally do. 70.
70. Still a passing grade. Okay.
Yeah.
70. Okay. Gianni, Tyra Banks.
So I've heard of her. She apparently, I think at one point did host was it Dancing with the Stars for about 2 years after Tom? After Tom Bergeron took over.
Yeah.
And someone said she hosted America's Top Model too. Whatever it's called, America's Next Top Model.
America's Next Top Model. Yeah.
I did know for a fact she hosted America's Got Talent for a couple of years. But I'm gonna give her on this one. I mostly knew her from America's Next Top. I'm gonna give her 89.
89.
Whoa, okay.
Okay. Andrew Hawking, you're up with Tyra Banks.
So Tyra Banks. I saw some of her shows, America's Next Top Model, and this is the first time. This is a fact. This is a true fact right here. She yelled at 2 contestants trying to be a model. This is a true statement. This is very true. She yelled at 2 models and eliminated both of them at the same night. And then I remember this. So you know what? I would agree with James on that one. I also get a 69.
69 from Andrew Hawking. Okay. Well, now, I've heard of Tyra Banks before, but I don't watch any. Like I said, reality TV shows. I will sit there and get bored so fast. It doesn't matter who's hosting what. I just cannot sit through these reality shows.
Yeah.
No.
Based on, looks like a nice girl. I mean, nice woman. You know, but definitely would I ask her out on a date? Probably not. I'd probably get a resounding slap in the face, possibly. So with that, I'm going to give her just a passing grade of 70. Double up.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that's a 70. Okay. Got our scores. Let's have them out. 74.2, guys. She stays in the C tier. All right. Next up is oh man, Alphonse Ruberia.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Catch 21. And of course, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Now we go to Scott McVeigh.
And the host of America's Funniest Home Videos now.
Right.
Oh, that's true, yeah. But he's no Bob Saget.
No Bob Saget, no
one could be Bob Saget. Let's just be honest there. Well, yeah. But he's good. I've seen quite a bit of his Catch 21. I think he does a pretty good job. But I'm going to give him the same I gave Tyra, 70.
70, okay. Passing grade there.
I gotta go pee.
And he takes a bathroom break, and now we go to Gianni with Alphonse Ruberia.
Yeah, I've heard of him from Catch 21. That's how I first heard about him, about like 12 years ago. And then I knew they hosted America's Funniest Home Videos. Knew him from Fresh Prince. But he is currently, I think, still hosting America's Funniest Home Videos, although...
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Bob Saget, or as I grew up on my days with Tom Bergeron.
Yeah, as well as a food show Unwrapped. Oh, okay.
I don't know if he did host Unwrapped. I
think Mark Summers was doing
it. Maybe. I'll have to look at that.
James gives him an 87. Okay, James, cool.
I'll have to... He hosted, looks like Unwrapped 2.0 he hosted, or he did. Or looks like he still is. I think he still is. So I'm going to give this. Oh, no, he's not anymore, but he did.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him a 82.
82. Wow. Okay. All right. Low B, but now we go to Andrew Hawking with Alphonse Ruberia.
Okay. All right. You forgot one show he was hosted, Dancing with the Stars. He's the new host of Dancing with the Stars after Tom Bergeron left. And of course, Tyra Banks, of course. But you forgot that he was the new host of Dancing with the Stars. So and of course, Catch 21 and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But the one dance move they did that during that Fresh Prince, he's doing this, the Tom Jones theme.
The Carlton dance, yeah.
Dance, yeah.
So for that, he did a great job. Of course, I watched this finale of Dancing with the Stars, so he did a great job. So I'm gonna give 100.
100. Wow. Oh boy, get him 100 there. Whoa. Didn't Tom Bergeron leave? Yes. Well.
Yes, I think he did. Yeah, I think he did.
I know he left a couple of years ago. I think he didn't host it right before or right after Tom left, because I think Tyra Banks did host.
Yeah, for a short amount of time.
That I know he did too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess any show that Tom leaves, Alfonso Rivera hosts.
Yeah.
So it feels like at this point, yeah.
Okay. So who's next, Jim?
Mark's next.
You're next, bro. Alfonso.
Yeah, he's definitely no Bob Saget on AFD. But, make for a fine Catch-21 host. And by the way, anyone remember that dance he used to do on the Fresh Prince a lot, the Carlton dance?
That's what I mentioned.
All right. Well, 97 for Mr. Ribeiro.
97.
Oh, okay.
Wow, you guys have been really gracious to Alfonso Rivera. I hate him. I cannot stand him.
Oh,
$25,000. Yeah. Oh, God, please. 50. 2.
Yeah, but sometimes on Catch-21 he gave away $50,000. Don't forget about that.
Yeah,
that's true.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. True. Well, I am a 50 because I just cannot stand him in general. I don't like Fresh Prince. Can't stand him. And if we had Will Smith up here, I'd fail him too. So I'm not holding back, and I know you guys ain't holding back either.
Let's find out the averages. If he stays in the sea, I'll be surprised.
He stays in the sea, Andrew. You're surprised. Well, you are surprised.
Yeah, I am surprised.
79.8. He stays in the C tier.
I am surprised.
Yeah.
Now, who the heck is these guys?
Oh, shoot. I couldn't remember what the title of the show is.
Okay.
But I know it's a Japanese game, show, of course.
Oh, MXC, Most Extreme Challenge.
Yes, got that time.
Or the original Japanese version.
Here we go.
Or the original Japanese version, Takeshi's Castle. I remember now.
I've heard of that show.
Okay, so now we start with Johnny.
Okay, wait, who is this person? Do we know who?
These are the guys who do either Takeshi's Castle or Most Extreme or MXC.
Okay, I've heard of this show, Takeshi's Castle, whatever. It's one of those Japanese game shows where I think with all the crazy stunts, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe might have been one ancestors or inspiration for a Wipeout, I believe, but I never really watched the show. I've heard of the show, and that's it.
Oh, Ninja Warrior, Jason.
That was a different one.
Oh, yeah, now I'm looking at it. I've never watched the show, and I don't really know much about it. I'm going to give it a 75. I'll give it 75.
You're going to go with a Scott score, 75.
Yeah, because I don't really know much about it. I want to get kind of the neutral score, I guess.
Okay. All right, Andrew, you're up with these group of guys here, basically.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I saw. Yeah. Okay. So. Okay. So I saw this show on. Usually, it was on Spike TV years ago before they changed it to Paramount, of course. So I also give a Scott Special 75 as well.
Oh, we're gonna double up with it, huh? Okay. A Scott Special 75. All right, we doubled up on it, and now we go to Scott himself. Well, he tripled the 75.
Wait, did you skip Mark?
Mark next.
I'm sorry. Oh my God, I'm gonna get that lump of coal now, there, Mark.
Yeah. Mark, you're up.
Mark, you're up.
These guys are Japanese. Is that what I'm getting at here?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever watched a single Japanese game show. Although I do remember seeing the UK Deal or No Deal maybe a couple of times on one of my visits to England, but that's for a whole other day. As for these guys, I have not really heard of them. So they get a 64.
A 64. Okay. Well, that hey, that's good too. All right.
All right.
Brandon Martin says the hosts for Kenny Blankenship and Vic Romano. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Brandon Martin. All right, now Scott.
Yes. Takeshi's Castle. Oh, I loved this. I always loved watching this show. I've seen dubbed versions of the original. I've seen the MXC parody versions here, which are all hilarious as well. Mm-hmm. This was, of course, the reason why it's called Takeshi's Castle was because of a very popular Japanese comedian known as Beat Takeshi, and back in the 80s and all that there as well. In fact, that's when some of the original episodes came out. That's why there was a video game motif of how popular video games were back in the mid 80s. This is still a very long running show. It's hilarious. The dub is amazing. If you ever wanted to watch the original show without the stupid all the inside jokes, just watch. Go look for YouTube. There's a guy from Australia who's dubbed this show as well here. Pretty well. With his own commentary and all that there as well. It's even better than as the show itself. This for me is classic. It's a 90.
90. All right, there you go.
And, as an aside, that's the bottom winning game of the year last week at the Game Awards.
Okay. Well, I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, based on everything that you guys have said about this show, I never watched it, so I have to basically I have to fail it. I can't say anything positive about it. I can't say anything negative about it. I don't know who these people are. I don't know who you are.
I don't know who they are either.
I know, right?
Go look on YouTube. That's all I can say later.
Yeah, I know. James gives it a 63 as well. So James is right in there with me and Mark as well. All right, let's see what the average is. Whoa, boy. Well, it just barely passed. 70.8. Wow. Even with all the failing and D's and my F, it stayed in the seats here. Mm-hmm. All right. Now, next up is the man who hosted a lot of shows and probably one of the most underrated game show hosts of them all, Jeff Edwards.
Oh, yes. I love Jeff.
Yeah, now we go back to the top of the order with Andrew Hockey.
So Jeff Edwards, he did a great job hosting Jackpot. Mm-hmm. He did guest hosting on Chain Reaction while Bill Cullen was away, and now he went back to Jackpot in the late 80s. Yeah. He did so many chain. We're back to now he's hosting for real for Chain Reaction and the $40,000 Chain Reaction. Mm-hmm. He did two episode pilots for what's the game show? $50,000 a minute.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you. That was so. For that, I want to keep it in the B tier. I'm going to give this one 889.
89. All right. Wow, that was a loud echo on that bell.
Yeah.
Okay, Mark, you're up with Jeff Edwards.
Okay, well, this is a name I definitely have heard of.
Yep.
And I think he's definitely getting higher than a 64.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, I don't know. James gives him a 79.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
James, I hate to one up you there. I know this isn't the Price is Right, but I'm gonna have to one up you. 80.
80. All right.
Mm.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Scott. Jeff Edwards.
This guy is one of my favorites of all time. This guy is clearly one of my favorites. He hosted 2 shows that Andrew forgot to mention: Treasure Hunt.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yep. And Starcade.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. This guy, like I said, is probably one of the more funnier. He's one of the greater hosts that I can remember from watching all those years, though. He's 100 for me.
He's 100. Whoa. Okay. Okay, Gianni, you're up with Jeff Edwards.
All right. I mean, definitely a classic. Well, fun fact, he's actually was born in my same hometown and lived in out west from New Jersey.
Nice.
So not that far. Yeah, not that far from me. But still, yeah, a lot of the great shows he hosted. Jackpot, Starcade he hosted. Treasure Hunt was a big one. He hosted that California lottery game show. The
Big Spin.
Big Spin, yep.
Because I remember him on Treasure Hunt, and I would get like, you can never, when someone won the 50,000 or whatever it was, because it was 50,000 at the time, and he would kept like holding kind of similar how you see like more keeping the suspense, kind of similar to how you see it, like You or No do now, like 40 years later. So I mean, he was like I think one of the first hosts to do it. So I'm gonna give him 100 for that.
Double up with Scott there. There you go. 100 for Gianni. There you go. Okay. Now here's a game show that none of you guys mentioned, and you're gonna crap your pants. Play the percentages. Yes. Play the percentages. Dun, 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 dun.
Forgot about that.
The Barry and Enright, the 4th Barry and Enright of the games with Jack Barry, Wig Martindale, Bullseye, and Jeff Edwards. That was a Barry and Enright monopoly, if ever.
No, I'm not going to do
that. Not that one.
I had the honor and privilege of interviewing Jeff before he passed. Great guy. Very, very funny, very smart. And he just basically was just enjoying his retirement before he suddenly passed. It was a shock to the entire game show community when he passed.
I know. Yeah.
That's sad, sad things. And like I said, at the top of when we put him up there, one of the most underrated game shows hosts because of his, he had great talent. Loved him on Jackpot, but he also went on there on Talk About to promote Jackpot. So.
Oh yes, I remember that.
He also went on 3 on a Match to promote Jackpot as well in the 70s.
Yeah, because back then it was common for hosts to appear on like say other hosts shows to promote.
That's exactly right. So I'm going to double up with Scott and whoever else gave him the 100.
Gianni.
100. Yeah, you got it, my friend. You're not underrated in my book. You'll never be underrated.
Dang right.
Yeah. All right. Let's average it out here. Yeah, that's another A for you guys. 93.8. Yes. All right. So we come to another break here in the action. And that means it's time for Andrew's
won, by the way, Andrew. We won 5-3.
All right. Okay. All right. So
good job.
So let's see. Both Mark and Scott got 1 apiece.
Mark and Scott got 1 apiece.
And I have good news for you, Jason. You got 3.
Ooh,
All right.
So this time, no love from Cole for you. All right.
There you go.
And now let's get back to it.
All right. This is, of course, the final half hour of our time here on StreamYard. You know what the most sad part about this show is going to be? I'm going to miss you guys for 2 whole weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
We're going to miss you too, Jason.
Oh, I know. And
we're not going to be apart for that long.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's true. We'll give it to you. We'll give you that. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and get to the next one up here. Michael Strahan and the new $100,000 pyramid. Yep. All right. So who we starting with this time?
That would be Mark.
Mark, you're up.
Yeah.
Michael Strahan.
Yeah, and all right. So Strahan, he's proven to be a solid host for this curved version of the pyramid. Otherwise, it wouldn't be on the air anymore. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah. I could have sworn it was $1 million pyramid or something before, and then I don't know. But I have the home game actually for his version of the pyramid. Yeah, I'm not gonna bring it out because of time purposes or whatever. But he does do pretty good with the pyramid. So from what I've seen, so I'm gonna give him a 91. And I should also mention he used to be an NFL player.
That's right.
For the New York Giants, I do believe.
91.
I believe so.
Yeah. All right. Solid A there. And now we go to Scott with Michael Strahan.
Okay. Well, he's good. I mean, Mr. Gap-Tooth, NFL superstar here. I think he does a pretty decent job of hosting the current version of Pyramid. But I can't really say anything. He hasn't done anything else, though. So, you know my number.
75.
Yeah, you know my number.
Okay, the Scott special. Yep. All right. Yanni, you're up with Michael Strahan.
Okay. Yeah, man, I know him from Pyramid. He was also hosting, I think, our live with Kelly Ripa or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. For a while he did, yeah.
Yeah. While he did, and then Ryan Seacrest took over right after that. But yeah, I knew him from Pyramid. I think I haven't seen that much of him on Pyramid, but what I've seen, I think he was a good host. But I'm just not a fan of some of the certain rules they have on that show.
Yeah.
That's it for most of the tiebreaker, but yeah, I don't think it is a good show. I mean, no one will ever beat Dick Clark, but I still think he's pretty good. But I'm gonna put him in the C tier. So I'm gonna give him 73.
73. Okay. All right. Okay, Andrew, you're up. Michael Strahan.
Okay, you forgot one thing. He did co-host for Good Morning America.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
And he also did an NFL commentator on Fox.
There you go. You got it.
On Sundays, of course.
True.
Anyways, I watched the $100,000 Pyramid. The new version, they should fix the tiebreakers. They say, there's clear the score, and figure out which one you like. Word starts with letter A or letter G, but they didn't add that to the new version. They should have. So you know what number I'm going for.
Yeah. Well,
what is that?
Is they had more time now.
All right. The number I'm going for the Scott Special 75.
Oh, Scott Special 75. Okay. Double up on it. 75.
Sure.
No, Mark wanted to say something, so I'll let him say it. Mark,
go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
Yeah, because back then they had more airtime to work with, but now with the added commercials, you don't really have as much time for playing the game as you used to.
Yeah.
Well, I think Michael Strahan is a very good host on everything that he has tackled over the course of the last 10 to 15 years of watching. And, watching the updated version of the $100,000 Pyramid I don't watch it on a regular basis. I can always catch it on YouTube because they always have repeats. because you never know when the new ones are going to be on, and you never know if they're going to be renewed or not.
Yeah,
I think they were doing next year. I believe they were going back. That's why.
Yeah, but I would still give Michael Strahan a solid 88. Yes, I would give him a
Whoa, double eight.
double eight. Yes, he's going to be an up and coming if he keeps going the way he does, and Pyramid still is on track. It'll be a hit, just like Clark made it a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we have for an average here. Yeah. 80.4. Good job, guys. He's in the. All right. Next up is somebody I still don't know. Who the heck is this girl?
Oh. If I get closer on that one.
Good Lord.
Elizabeth Banks from Pressure Luck.
Yeah, I think that's who that is.
I don't know. It has darker hair than I was thinking of.
I thought she was a lighter blonde. Elizabeth Banks.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, though.
Yeah. Maybe she's a co-host or something. Anybody know?
Oh. If I have a closer on the photo, that's why.
Oh.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you either with the close-up or without the close-up.
Yeah.
If he was here, he'd probably tell us because he would probably do the background on her.
Probably, yeah.
Celebrity with purple arrows. That's what you should type in there in the Google. Celebrity with purple arrow background. Who's the mystery woman? Oh, wait a minute. We got a comment here. I'm going to say Ricky Lake. No.
Definitely not Ricky Lake.
That does not look like her.
No, that is not Ricky Lake, Emu. And I can tell you that unless she lost that much weight over the course of the time before she did the game show marathon. No. That's not Ricky Lake. I'll tell you right now. Because if we look down here, Ricky Lake would be somewhere else in the pot mix.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I don't even think Ricky Lake, because she did game show marathon. I don't know if that counts as a just did,
not too much. No.
All right, so who are we starting off with this time?
That'd be Scott.
Okay, Scott. Based on who we're looking at here,
if it's Elizabeth Banks, then I'm just going to say she's a good hostess of Pressure Luck. If it's anyone other than that, I have no stinking clue. But like I said here, if it's Elizabeth, I'm going to give her 80.
80. All right. Higher than a Scott special there. All right. Johnny, what do you say?
I don't really know who this is, so I can't really. I'm going to have to, unfortunately, give it that same score, too. So 75, because I don't know who it is.
Oh, I'm typing in female with purple arrow background. Let me see. There's got to be somebody there. I don't know. Well, Christ.
Maybe that's no. I'm not gonna say.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't gonna say it either. But I don't know. Oh, that's just. Oh, but she said it's supposedly a game show host. She's a game show host or something. Johnny, what do you say?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I had no idea who it was. We don't know who it is still.
No, anybody have an idea?
Sure though.
I'm gonna have to give it a 75 then.
The Scott special, huh? Okay. Like I said, this could be the mystery woman of the show tonight.
Right.
Who is that masked woman?
Yeah, right. She's not even wearing a mask. She's. So much so that Andrew had to put his glasses on for that one.
Yeah. Anyways, I guess I have to go next on that one.
What do you say?
Whoever this mystery person is, I will give it. I will give it 75 as well. I don't know who she is.
Double up on it with a Scott special. 75. All right. Okay, Mark.
Yeah, I have no idea who she is. So yeah, the Seffi special 75.
Yep.
I have a feeling we know where this is.
Well, Emo, wait a minute. He says, Emo says we should have some mystery game show host of the month. There you go. That'd be a great idea, you know.
That'd be a good idea.
All right, 75 there. Okay, we're at 305, and like I said, I'm gonna double up with all you two and say 75 as well. So this lady, whoever she is, whatever she did in her time, is gonna get an average score somewhere along the line here. You know, I wonder if she was butt naked, she'd probably get a higher score, probably. 76 for this mystery woman.
Whoever
Now, anybody in the comments other than the trolls can give me the person who this is with some legitimate statistics or some facts. Great. Thank you very much.
I think if I correctly the picture, I think it's Melissa Rivers.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think it's Melissa Rivers because I know the dark hair. That's why.
Let me see. Melissa Rivers, you say?
Yeah.
Rivers.
It's just a guess. It's a lucky guess. It's a lucky guess.
Well, that would make sense because she's got darker hair. If the let's see.
If
the purple arrows show up, then we know it's her. So far, I'm looking at it and I don't see any purple arrows. But you know what? You might be right on that one, Andrew. Yeah, Jones' daughter, Melissa.
Yeah.
You are okay. Well, we've got all right, but you know.
All right, let's see what the next one is.
Well, the next one is it almost. Oh, no, it's not Melissa Rivers. She hosted Fashion Police.
Oh, one of those. Okay.
All right. Thanks.
We'll figure it out. Let's go to the next one.
Well, the next one is the current host of the canceled Card Sharks, Joe McHale. Yes.
Or what? I don't think this version is on anymore.
No, it is not.
No, it only lasted 2 seasons.
Yeah, but it was a great revival.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, and the ABC network is not picking it up for a 3rd season. Them chicken shit.
Yeah, I think when the COVID pandemic hit is probably what killed it.
That was the cause of its downfall.
Because I think they were intending to do a 3rd season, but then the COVID pandemic shut down the production and they never restarted.
Yep, exactly. Okay, so now we go to who here? Scott, right?
Johnny. It's Johnny Pitsy.
Thank you. All right, Johnny McHale.
Yeah, I knew him originally from Card Sharks, but then I found out he hosted this show, I think it was on Comedy Central, called The Soup.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Anyone's ever heard that show? Yeah, I'm trying to get that board game with that version of the board game so I can use it for a series of Card Sharks I'm thinking about hosting soon. But I never watched him mostly on Card Sharks, but I think he mostly did pretty good with this hosting, especially he's more kind of like a comedian. Mostly kind of like a funny person, because I watched him mostly on The Soup when he was on that. But I'm going to give him 85.
85, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Andrew Hawking, Joe McHale.
All right, so, oh my God, he hosted Card Sharks. The one thing he almost could have messed that up is the bonus game. Oh my God.
Ah, okay.
The bonus game, he didn't bring back the rule for the tie rule in the bonus game. If you have if you have next card is the same, you should have no win, no loss. They should have a tie, but instead he did not brought it back. So I hate to do this. You have to give me a buzz on that one, Jason. Jason, I'm gonna give you 50.
Oh, he's failing. Joe McHale. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mark, you're up with Joe McHale.
All right. Well, I've seen some of this version. I'd say he's a pretty solid host, and I actually have the board game for this version, as well as the one from the '80s one.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, there was also a DOS version of Card Sharks in the '80s, I believe.
Yes, there is. You got that.
Yes, there is.
All right. I will give Mr. Yeah, that's what I have. I will give Mr. McHale a 84.
84. Okay. That means that somebody one-upped them. Well, 84. Okay. Got it. All right. Scott.
How do I say this?
How do you say it? Well, you say it.
Yeah, he's average at best. He's funnier as a comedian, but I don't think he did that good on Card Sharks. I'm sorry. Just like I think someone who else 50 did, I'll do him too. I'll do it too.
50.
That would be me, Scott. That was me.
Yeah, I'll go with Andrew. Yeah,
double up on it and a 50. Right. Okay. Well, that's the way it is. Let me tell you something. Joe McHale did a better job than Pat Bullard. Pat Bullard.
You're right about that.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, people love me, don't they?
Bullard died on the platform with that 01 version of Card Sharks. I'm sad to say that it's not coming back for any more seasons because, like I said, the biggest money that we've seen, real excitement. The classic theme came back. The only thing I didn't like is the fact that Joe McHale is a laziest bum who doesn't want to go up there and turn the cards himself. Why does he cards over? I mean, okay, you're reading the questions. Go up there and turn the cards. I mean, Perry did it. Eubanks did it. Rafferty did it. And then after that, nobody else did it. Not even Pat Bullard. He had to turn the cards over. So in this case, we give it a Scott score, 75. 75. Yep. All right, let's see what we got here for the average. Ooh. Wow. Guys, that's the first D of the night. 68.8. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. Well, I was actually going to give it a horn like that, but I gave it the losing horns. I'm humbug. Yeah.
Yeah, in this case, yeah, it makes sense.
Wild burger to you, My goodness. All right. Well, you know what I think, gentlemen? I think we're going to stop right here. I know we got 15 minutes left, but we're going to kind of wrap it up and go. I'm going to send you guys home early. Yay!
Okay.
In the meanwhile,
Said from Millionaire, which, judging by the next picture, I think would have been the next host there.
Yeah, that's
true.
Syndicated one in this case.
One of the syndicated ones.
James said, yeah. All right, let me say this because let me tell you what's going to happen with these particular tiers that we did this week and last week. Oops. Let me go back. Hold on. Go back here. We're going to when we come up to Easter break, we are going to finish them up, and we'll have some definitely. So we'll put game show host 41. Right. Save that. I mean, so far that's a pretty good spread of hosts that we did. 6, 9, 12, 15. We did 16 hosts in the without batting an eyelash, as they say.
Yeah. Jason, that last week and tonight it was the same number as 16.
Yeah,
we did 16 last week, and now same numbers tonight.
Mm-hmm. Let me tell you what's going on also as well. Whoops, what do we have here? Can't wait. Hope that no one gets a rotten egg.
Yeah.
There we go.
James, we don't have to worry about that for a few more months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I want to let me appear and this.
And meanwhile, before you make an announcement, the final time for tonight, of course.
What do you
God got one. God got one.
You got one? Okay.
And for the first time tonight, our gentleman from New Jersey finally got one.
Hey.
Mr. Pitsy, smile! You finally got one.
Yay.
Come on.
I have the purple hand from James. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I would.
Woo!
Well, okay, guys, it's time to have that eggnog toast. Let's go ahead and
Yeah.
glasses here.
Like
Thank
I say,
you very much
Pepsi.
for everybody got their stuff.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you very much for the last 4 months of 2024. It's been fun, and
Cool.
2 weeks. Hope you guys have a safe Merry Christmas. Don't drink too much. Gianni, enjoy that fish band.
New Year's Eve, 4 nights.
Yeah.
4 nights
Yeah.
of it, man. You're gonna be all fished out by the time it's all said and done. You may need the 2 weeks off.
Oh, he can never be fished out. No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, I've been on 11 episodes, and I'm doing great.
There you go.
And I'm going to continue on that after New Year's.
I want to say that Gianni, because Gianni wasn't here last week, we only got 13 views out of that game show. So tonight it's going to be more than that. For some reason, Gianni brings in a lot of people. You all bring in a lot of people.
Mhm.
When one of you guys is sick, it really does kind of make a difference in our views and everything. But overall, we still have a pretty good lineup of people. We had 6 viewing us. Thank you to those who basically stayed up until about the 10:50 mark. Thank you very much. Also, to let you know, like I said, EV Mux will be our new home starting January 8th. And we're going to have some new tiers I found. Not just any, we'll go back to our NES games, but I also found comedy shows.
Oh, yeah.
All time, the greatest 80s albums of all time. How about
Oh, yeah.
That'd be a good one.
Huh? Hanna-Barbera shows.
Oh, that's a good one too.
MeTV Tunes. That's all the cartoons on MeTV.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And then cartoon shows. 500 kids family TV shows. So when we finish the Nintendo stuff, we'll go to cartoons with 500 and
That's gonna take a while too.
That's gonna take a while too. So I found some other ones, and if you guys find some other tiers, let me know too.
Yeah.
So create an account on Tier Maker. It's free. You can actually sign in with your Google. And here's another thing. We also have on our All TV and Sports channel. Well, now I'm getting rid of the sports stuff, but if anybody wants to do a play-by-play sports next year and bring it on the channel, you're more than welcome to it. But we have 89 subscribers. We took it 50 subscribers by the end of the year. So we went from 39 to 89, and the trolls said we could never get any higher than 50. Well, we're at 89. Tough noogies on that. And also, too, if you have not yet subscribed, please do. You don't know what you'll be missing.
We want Jason to get our first 100 subscribers already. We need to get the first 100. The first 100.
Fantastic. 100 subscribers by the end of the year. That would make me very happy. I know it'll make everybody else happy.
Mm-hmm.
Would like to, if any of you guys want to be on Saturdays tomorrow night, you're more than welcome to come on. It'll be our final show of the season of the year. And Scott's going to be wearing that particular sweater. I'm going to be wearing this outfit. And so if any of you like to come on and join us for some fun and laughs and some great articles of news of the weird and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Drop me a line and we'll bring you in.
Sure.
Anything else you guys have to add or? We're gonna wrap it
I'd
up.
like to wish all our viewers Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Brandon Bogart, feel better. Come on, buddy. Come on, feel better.
Yes.
Brandon
Get that
Bogart will
voice
be back
fixed,
with us
okay?
next time. Yeah, I hope he's doing well at Publix. Maybe I think that first week at Publix it's a little overwhelming for a job of that sort. Probably
Yep.
cuts the customer. Who knows? There's a lot of things going around, you know. And also, too, Scott. Scott's going to have a Merry Christmas with his family because they feel all better and everything.
Yeah, we all remember we were all sick around Thanksgiving. So now we're going to be much more healthy now this time.
Yeah, he's calling this Thanksgiving 2.0.
Yeah.
I want to wish you guys up in Canada a happy Boxing Day on the 26th.
Yes, indeed.
Got that. Oh, yeah. So, and then Gianni's going to have... Gianni, do you have the dinner of the 7 fishes at your house?
Well, not my house, but my grandmother would go there and we'd have it. You do it.
Man. Oh, my God.
No, we do it, just not somewhere else. Yeah.
Yeah, because I tell you, as much as I'm an Italian, just like you, Gianni, I never attended a 7 fishes.
I think one year we counted at least like 10 fish or 11 fish, maybe.
Wow. Yeah, it's basically fried calamari, probably linguine with clams, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's probably a shrimp dish in there too with some pasta.
Probably, yeah. I know there's usually mussels, clams.
Mussels,
more than 7, I think, usually sometimes.
Yeah, more than, and there's also a dish with actually cod or whitefish too. I think.
Yeah,
it's like there's a baked cod, baked halibut, something of that sort.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on what you want and what's available to you in your area as well. But I know that for a fact that the Italians do it upright with the dinner of the 7 fishes on Christmas Eve. All right, guys. Well, we're going to wrap it up. Thanks again. Thank you very much for coming by and helping out here tonight. It was a fun Christmas show, and we will definitely see you all on January 8th. So please have a safe New Year's.
All right, we will.
Yep, and I'll see you tomorrow night, Scott, for the taping of episode number 18, I think.
Yep, all right. Finally get the Christmas episode up for the Saturday show.
Saturday show, exactly. All right, till then, guys, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.